What's up, everybody, and welcome to a Monday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium, and it's been a while. Apologies for all those who used to follow the channel for the daily sports betting. Life got very, very busy for a while there, but things are starting to smooth out. Bringing back the videos, a little bit of a different look. Going to be playing around with a few things as we move forward, as we get out of the NFL season, we get into NHL, NBA, eventually Major League Baseball, and into the summer. But I wanted to start doing long-form content again, and I'm very, very excited to be back and to do that. So some things might look familiar, some things might not. I apologize if I'm sort of looking all over the place. It's a whole new desk setup. Everything is fairly new here, so that's what we're going to do. The picks will still be on the side. This is a screenshot. So the easiest way now to follow all of my picks, not just the ones that I talk about on the show, but all of my picks is through the BettingPros app. If you do or don't know, I work for BettingPros now. This is not a BettingPros video. This is my own video, but all the picks, you can follow me on the BettingPros app. It'll be linked in the description, all that sort of fun stuff. So this is just a screenshot from the website. We'll see how it looks when it's blown up on the big screen. I just sort of have a little smaller monitor here, so we will see about that. But let's get into it. And again, the goal of these obviously is betting, but it's just talking sports. So my plan is to publish these Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And on Friday, the show will be live. So I will record it live, tape it live. Basically the same show, but it'll go as a live stream that you can watch live or afterwards. And also might dabble in a little bit of Twitch stuff again. So the doors are opening up to start doing a little bit more fun stuff, which I am excited about. But of course, I know the reason that everybody is here is to talk about the betting. Been on a very, very good hot streak lately, up over 65 units since I started tracking on BettingPros, which was about 6 months ago. Just made 15 units over the weekend. So if I make you money on these videos, feel free to hit subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment, follow me on X, whatever you want to do. Let's get started. Obviously, it's a big hockey day. This is an earlier start time at 4 o'clock, so keep in mind of that. We're going to start with the Buffalo Sabres and the Seattle Kraken. And I like the Seattle Kraken on the money line here. It's minus 120. You can get this at BetMGM. The Kraken, they're 10-10 at home. And again, the Buffalo Sabres, because I mentioned this betting against them the other day, if you follow me on TikTok on the short form. The Buffalo Sabres are one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. They're 17-23. They're under 500 against the spread. They're 8-11 on the road, barely better at home. Whereas the Seattle Kraken, they're okay. They're 20-24, so not that much better, but they are 500 at home. And when you look at their head-to-head matchups, they've only ever lost to Buffalo once since they became a team, and that was March of last season. But this year they played just 9 days ago. It was a 6-2 win for the Seattle Kraken. Buffalo has just lost to Pittsburgh. They lost to Seattle. They lost to Vegas, Colorado. They've sort of been sputtering a little bit. Then when you look at the Seattle Kraken, they just beat the LA Kings. They did lose to Winnipeg, but it was close. It was 2-1. They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. And as I mentioned, they beat the Buffalo Sabres previous to that too, because their top line is rolling. Jaden Schwartz, Matty Beniers, Capo Caco, they have just been absolutely crushing it as of late. And the Sabres are just now embarking on a 4-game Western road trip. They're going to be going to Edmonton. They're going to be going to Calgary. They're going to be going to Vancouver. I don't like hockey teams on the start of a road trip because you just really never know what you're going to get. They're coming off the travel. They're going all the way from the east all the way to the west. I know they haven't played in a few days, but the reality is the Buffalo Sabres just aren't as good as the Seattle Kraken. Kraken have been good at home. Seattle has been at home since January the 16th now, so they've been able to settle in, get comfortable, home-cooked meals, that sort of thing. Buffalo Sabres headed on the road where they haven't been good, so give me the Seattle Kraken on the money line for 1.2 units. And the other one, I'm wearing the jersey. Where do we think we're going? The Toronto Maple Leafs and the Tampa Bay Lightning. of course, rivals, playoff matchups, all that sort of thing. When you look at their head-to-head matchup, the Leafs are actually 7-3 in the last 10 meetings with the Tampa Bay Lightning. That does go back to their playoff series from a couple years ago. They've played twice this year. Toronto won 5-3 and 5-2. Toronto's got 4 more wins on the season than the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Toronto's 18-9 at home. The Tampa Bay Lightning on the road, 10-10, not quite as good. I know you've got John Tavares is going to be out with an injury in this game, but Austin Matthews, of course, he's been battling injuries, but he's back. And they just scored 7 unanswered goals against the Montreal Canadiens just on Saturday night. They fell behind 3-0 to Montreal, stormed back, scored 7 straight goals. Joseph Woll was amazing, making 32 saves. The Lightning are coming off their own 5-1 victory. That was against the Detroit Red Wings. But, Austin Matthews just had his first career shorthanded goal in the third period. And I like this Maple Leafs team perhaps better than any other Leafs teams in the past recently because they've been battling injuries, like I said, with Tavares, with Austin Matthews, but they just keep winning. When you look at the Maple Leafs' last 10 games, they're 7-3 overall. They beat Montreal. They beat New Jersey in overtime. And that's coming after a 3-game losing streak. So they'd won 5 straight, then they tripped up against Carolina, tripped up against the Canucks, tripped up against the Dallas Stars. Actually got beat pretty badly. They were outscored 13-3 over those 3 games. But then since then, again, beat a good New Jersey team 4-3 in overtime and just hammered the Montreal Canadiens 7-3 in their barn. Toronto's back at home now. They are first in the Atlantic Division. And you're getting this at, minus 108, almost even money for the Toronto Maple Leafs at home. And you can't even really say that the Tampa Bay Lightning have had their number because recently they haven't. Toronto has won, like I said, 7 of their last 10 games. So give me the Toronto Maple Leafs straight up on the money line for 1.1 units. Just those 2 bets today. I want to just get back in front of the camera, get a bit of a rhythm. I'm standing, so if I'm sort of doing this a lot, let me know. But I am standing while doing this, which seems to be a little bit easier for me to do. So hopefully you enjoy this. Again, follow me on X, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, where I'll post some short form stuff. For all the bets, you can follow me on the BettingPros app, which is linked in the description below. So again, just getting a little bit of a feel of this, getting back into a rhythm, but you can start looking for this daily, Monday through Friday, as often and as best as I can, but I plan to make it every day. So give me the Seattle Kraken on the money line. Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs on the money line. Enjoy the college football championship tonight. I didn't even touch on the fact that as a Buffalo Bills fan, they're going to the AFC Championship against the Kansas City Chiefs. But, the sports betting world especially is saturated with a lot of NFL stuff. We're at the end, so I'll have those bets that you can follow and have done very well in the NFL, but this is going to be more NHL and probably NBA as we move forward. So have a great Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day as well, and let's just talk sports. It is good to be back.